live on international channel Rupavahini. I'm Sharon Mascrinius.
Good evening. I'm Clifford Richards. First of all, we take a look at the headlines.
The Lotus Tower in Colombo has been officially declared open. The President says 2 billion rupee advance payment by the government for the commencement of the construction of the Lotus Tower has been misplaced. The prevailing rainy weather condition is to continue. The Prime Minister testifies before the Presidential Investigation Commission. Chairman of the Election Commission says the date of the presidential election will be declared within 14 days.
And we move on to the news in detail. The Nelum Kuluna, or the Lotus Tower, the tallest building in South Asia, was officially declared open by President Maithripala Sirisena in Colombo today. A special ceremony has been organized in connection with the opening of the Lotus Tower. The President, upon arrival at the ceremony premises, unveiled a commemoration plaque and declared open the tower. The Lotus Tower, which is 1,168 feet in height and consisting of 30,600 square feet and comprises of 4 entrances, the ground floor, with an extent of 100,000 square feet, has been planned to be used for commercial purposes. It consists of 5 floors, a museum, shopping malls, lobbies for visitors, administrative offices, swimming pools, a kitchen and generators. There are 8 elevators in the tower. 3 of them travel at a speed of 7 meters per second, and it is reported that they are the fastest elevators in Sri Lanka. The top section of the Lotus Tower comprises of 2 floors and will be used to construct television and radio control rooms. In the floor above that, 2 halls where 350 can be seated has been built. The 5th floor has a revolving restaurant which can supply facilities for 250 persons. There are also 6 luxury rooms with modern facilities. Above that is a spectators gallery. A significant feature is that the tower has been constructed to enable installation of all necessary communication equipment. The cost of the construction of tower amounts to $104 million. A commemoration stamp was issued to mark the occasion. It was presented to the President by the Secretary to the Ministry of Postal Services and Muslim Religious Affairs, M. Mohammed. The President has also declared open the website www.lotusstar.lk. Viewers could gain access to the website through this website. The President said that the Lotus Tower is a new leap in building technology in Sri Lanka. He added that it is also a new leap in the communication technology. The President also said that the Lotus Tower construction signifies transformation of a new era in Sri Lanka at a time when a speedy technological revolution is taking place in the country and in the world. The Lotus Tower also symbolizes another important milestone in the local and foreign tourism industry. The President added that the construction of the tower has not been fully completed. However, they have decided to open it at this instant, as there is a possibility to carry forward activities without obstruction. It would take some time to complete the remaining work, he said, and more funds are needed for this purpose. The President further said that it took 7 years to bring construction to the current status. Therefore, the maintenance should be done in an appropriate manner in order to protect the building. The President also said that they will turn the institute into a state company. The relevant cabinet approval has been received recently. Accordingly, Board of Directors for the new company will be appointed within the next 2 weeks. The President added that they hope to create a state-owned company acting in the form of a private company.
මේ තත්වයට මේ ගොඩනැගිල්ල ගෙනීමට වසර 7ක කාලයක් ගත වී තිබෙනවා. ඒ නිසා අපිට ලැබුණු සම්පතක් අපි ආරක්ෂා කරගන්නට ඕනේ. අපි හොඳින් මේ නඩත්තු කරන්නට ඕනේ. අපි සාකච්ඡා කරලා තීරණයක් ගත්තා. තීරණය කළා කැබිනට් මණ්ඩලයට මම අමාත්‍ය මණ්ඩල පත්‍රිකාවක් දාලා මේ රාජ්‍ය සමාගමක් බවට අපි පත් කරනවා. රාජ්‍ය සමාගමක් බවට පත් කිරීමේ කැබිනට් අනුමැතිය අපිට පහුගිය දවස්වල ලැබුණා. ඒ අනුව ඉදිරි සතියක් දෙකක් තුල ඒ සමාගම සඳහා අධ්‍යක්ෂ මණ්ඩලයක් පත් කරලා මේ පෞද්ගලික සමාගමක ස්වරූපයට කටයුතු කරන රාජ්‍ය සමාගමක් බිහි කිරීමේ කාර්යය අපි කරනවා.
The Lotus Tower presents the best wishes of Sri Lankan people for peace and prosperity. The Colombo Lotus Tower will definitely contribute to the prosperity of Sri Lanka. The country of Sri Lanka auspicious light for South Asia. I sincerely wish Colombo Lotus Tower to be the bridge of long-standing friendship between China and Sri Lanka.
The President presented a souvenir to the Chinese ambassador in Sri Lanka for the construction of the Lotus Tower. The Chinese ambassador also handed over a souvenir to the President. Public representatives including Speaker Karu Jayasuriya, state officials and foreign representatives were also present at this opening ceremony.
President Maithripala Sirisena says a sum of 2 billion rupees paid to ALIT company of China by the Sri Lankan government as an advance payment for the commencement of construction of the Lotus Tower in the year 2012 has been misplaced. He made these remarks addressing the inauguration ceremony of the Colombo Lotus Tower today. President Maithripala Sirisena said that the Lotus Tower is not a donation. It was constructed on a massive loan obtained by the Sri Lanka from the Exim Bank of China. With receipt of credit, the government that was in power in the year 2012 had commenced construction. The President added that their own government had signed a tripartite agreement. The signatories to the agreement were the Telecommunication Regulatory Commission on behalf of the Sri Lankan government, the Exim Bank of China and 2 other Chinese companies. According to the loan agreement, the Sri Lankan government has agreed to the construction of the building at a cost of 16 billion rupees. However, Sri Lanka had received 12 billion rupees. In the year 2017, further payments were halted. He added that they are pleased to gain access to new technological transformation through the construction. The President also said that in the year 2012, the Sri Lankan government had made a 2 billion rupee advance payment in order to commence the construction. The monies have been paid to a company named ALIT in China. However, he added that by the year 2016, the ALIT company had disappeared. There was no account on the 2 billion rupees handed over by the Sri Lankan government. The President also said that they had commenced an investigation when they came to know the situation. He further said that he had officially as well as personally informed Sri Lankan Ambassador Karunasena Kodituwaku to find out about the company called ALIT. This company had also entered earlier into a tripartite agreement. The President also said that he told Karunasena Kodituwaku that the ALIT company had an address in Beijing City and therefore requested him to contact the Chinese Foreign Ministry to look into this incident. It was due to the disappearance of the 2 billion rupee advance payment and the ALIT company that the Exim Bank had stopped payment at 12 billion rupees out of the loan of 16 billion rupees. As a result, Sri Lanka was compelled to do the remaining construction at its own expense. The entire Lotus Tower is being built through the monies of the Sri Lankan people. The 12 billion rupee loan has to be repaid. 2,400 million rupees have to be paid on a yearly basis for 10 years to the Exim Bank. In the year 2018, the country has paid back 2.4 billion rupees. 1.2 billion rupees have been paid during this year. As a result, Sri Lanka has to pay back a further 3 billion rupees in order to complete the constructions. This is the money that has to be paid as salaries to the government servants. The President added that therefore the tower has been constructed utilizing the money on development of the country.
අවුරුද්දකට මිලියන් 2400ක් එක්සිම් බැංකුවට ගෙවන්න ඕන. අවුරුදු 10ක්. අපි 2018 මිලියන් 2400ක් ගෙව්වා. ඒ අවුරුද්දේ ගෙවිය යුතු ණය මුදල 2018 ගෙවිය යුතු ණය මුදල කෝටි 240ක් අපි ගෙවලා තියෙනවා 2018. 2019 මේ අවුරුද්දේ මේ වන විට මිලියන් 1200ක් ගෙවලා තියෙනවා කෝටි 120ක් ගෙවලා තියෙනවා. එතකොට වසරකට කෝටි 240ක් නැත්නම් මිලියන් 2400 බැගින් අවුරුදු 10ක් මේ ණය මුදල අපිට ගෙවන්න තියෙනවා. මෙහි තිබෙන ඉතිරි වැඩ අවසන් කරන්න අපිට තව මිලියන් 3000ක් නැත්නම් කෝටි 300ක් අවශ්‍ය වෙනවා. ඉතින් මේ රටේ රජයේ සේවකයින්ට පඩි ගෙවන්න තියෙන සල්ලි මේ සල්ලි. මේ රටේ සංවර්ධනයට තියෙන සල්ලි. ලෙඩ්ඩුන්ට බේත් ගන්න ළමයින්ට ඩෙස් පුටු ගන්න තියෙන සල්ලි වලින් තමයි මේ ගොඩනැගිල්ල හදලා තියෙන්නේ.
And now moving on to weather-related news, the Department of Meteorology forecasts that the rainy weather condition prevailing over the island will continue for the next few days as well. Intermittent showers or thunder showers may occur in the western, Sabaragamu, southern, central, northern and northwestern provinces. In certain locations, thunder showers of 100 to 150 millimeters could be expected. In other parts of the island, heavy rainfall exceeding 75 millimeters could be expected in certain locations in the afternoon or evening. The National Building Research Organization has issued earth slip warnings in the next 24 hours. Yellow-colored warning notices have been issued for the Divisional Secretariat divisions of Kiriyalla, Kalawana and Ratnapura in the Ratnapura district. Walalavita and Dodangoda and Ingiri Divisional Secretariat divisions in the Kalturu district, and also for the Divisional Secretariat divisions of Varakapula and Dehiyovit in the Kegol district. A communique of the second stage has been issued on the Ahaliyaguri Divisional Secretariat division in the Ratnapura district, Ambagamu Divisional Secretariat division and the Norelia district, and Matugama and Agalavatta and Baduralia Divisional Secretariat divisions in the Kalutara district. A red letter notice was delivered to the Divisional Secretariat Division of Bulat Singhal in Kalturu district. The Department of Irrigation says that the water level in the Attanagalu was gradually rising, leading to a minor flood situation by this afternoon. Therefore, the department informs the people living in low-lying areas to be very vigilant. Several low-lying lands, including roads in Paratota in Bulat Singhal, were inundated with the opening of the sluice gates of the Kukulinga reservoir. Our correspondent says as a result of this, people are experiencing severe difficulties. Vehicle transport is completely stranded, and also as a result of the two locations in the Bulat Singhal, Molakawa and road coming underwater. The Ratnapura Disaster Management Centre warns that there is a threat of floods, further floods in the event of continuation of the rainy weather condition. The reporter says that information has been received of rain continuously since last morning. By now, the water level in Kaluganga has come under 6-meter limit. 88 members of 23 families in Nagulagama in Soranathota have been evacuated due to an earth slip threat. A house in the village was severely damaged in the morning due to a fall of a boulder. The National Building Research Institute identified the village as earth slip prone.
Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe has arrived at the Presidential Investigation Commission this morning. His appearance before the Commission was in connection with summons issued by the Presidential Investigation Commission inquiring into frauds and corruption in state institutions from January 2015 to December 2018. The Prime Minister was convened before the Presidential Investigation Commission today to record a statement relating to a complaint regarding obtaining of a building in Rajagiriya on rental basis. Several MPs and ministers were also present on this occasion. Minister Akila Viraj Karyavasam said that the Prime Minister has said that he has presented the Cabinet paper in his capacity as Prime Minister regarding a request made from Parliament on taking over of land of the Ministry of Agriculture. He added that this was a very conducive democratic characteristic. He also said that the Prime Minister has presented himself on behalf of many commissions and he has replied to the questions posed at him.
Minister Sajith Premadasa says that he has informed in writing to the UMP leader and Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe to speed up the process of naming the party's presidential candidate. He further says that the delay in naming the candidate is a harm perpetrated on the country and the party, as well as a deadly blow on democracy. The minister made these remarks on the occasion of declaring open the Sandakusum Gama and Sadatis Gama in Uda Gammanas in Udagandara and Tissamaharama in Hambantota. These two villages were the 287th and 288th model villages constructed under the Samata Sevana Yali Pibidana Udagammana program. A sum of 62.8 billion rupees has been spent on the two projects comprising of 68 houses. The minister also engaged in several other social welfare activities, including handing over of housing deeds to the recipients as well.
Chairman of the Election Commission, Mahinda Deshapriya, says that the date of holding of the presidential election will be declared within 14 days from today. He disclosed these facts to the media after a seminar in Ratnapura. Chairman of the Election Commission, Mahinda Deshapriya, said that there is a more probability of declaring the day of the presidential election within 14 days from today. It is hoped to decide on this day of the election at a meeting of the Commission scheduled to be held today. The participants are scheduled to be enlightened on media guidelines, ethics and directives of the Commission at a meeting of political parties and parties representing Parliament scheduled to be held tomorrow. The media have to act according to media guidelines. The propaganda must be carried out in a manner not to create any harm to any party or to make statements based on falsehood or hatred.
The report of the Public Commission formed by the National Academic Bhikkhu Forum named Sammutiye Malima or Accord on Compass was vested with the people today. The event has taken place at the BMICH in Colombo. The National Academic Bhikkhu Forum has issued the report following an inquiry of public views. The Compass Accord has also been identified as the present-day Code of 10 Acts or Nutana Daspanata. Anunayaka Theras have presided over at the unveiling ceremony. A comprehensive strategic and policy framework has been prepared, taking into consideration the changes that has taken place in the fields of social, economic and political spheres in the past 60 years since 1956. Mahasangha, headed by the Anunayaka of the Malwata chapter, the most venerable Nyangoda Vijitasiri, and Anunayaka of the Askiri chapter, the most venerable Vendaruwe Upali Theras, artists and general public have participated in this occasion.
Today is World Ozone Day. The day has been named with the objective of minimizing the severe damage caused to the ozone layer from chemicals. President Maithripala Sirisena presided over the World Ozone Day national ceremony in Colombo this morning. The theme of the event was 32 years of contributions and restoration of the ozone layer. World attention has been focused on the layer through the Vienna Accord signed in 1985. The Montreal Alliance for the Control of Ozone-Depleting Substances was established on the 16th of September 1987. Sri Lanka has become a signatory of the Montreal Accord in 1989. A commemoration stamp was issued in connection with the 30th anniversary of the Sri Lanka becoming a partner of the Montreal Alliance. The President handed over certificates to the winners of the poster competition on prevention of air pollution. Environmentally friendly equipment for usage in universities and technical colleges were also present on this occasion. Global Montreal Alliance Award was presented to the custom enforcement officials for their contributions on behalf of the protection of the ozone layer. Six suspects have been taken into custody in connection with the Hangwella shooting incident. The police headquarters says that a motorcycle, a van and a revolver have also been apprehended in connection of the incident. A person was killed in a shooting incident in Ambulgama Junction in Hangwella last night. The victim was a 23-year-old resident in Jalthara, Ranala. Those who were injured in the incident were admitted to the Homagama and Avisavela hospitals. The wounded person admitted to the Homagama hospital was later on transferred to the National Hospital, and the identity of the injured person receiving treatment in the Avisavela hospital has not yet been identified.
The case filed against State Minister Ranjan Ramanayak on charges of contempt of court has been postponed till the 30th of this month. The Supreme Court has delivered the order. Well, the Supreme Court has also issued summons to the witnesses of the case, Secretary to the Judicial Services Commission and Prasanna Vithanage, who has directed the movie Usavia Nihandai to testify before courts on the 30th of this month. The order has been delivered by a three-member panel of Supreme Court judges comprising Sisiradi Abru, Prasanna Jayawardena and Vijit Malalgoda. When the case was taken up for hearing, evidence was recorded from Rave newspaper editor Victor Ivan, who has written the book titled Nonimi Aragale, which was named as an evidence of the defendants.
Run PR Path or Golden Winds package was presented to the Sri Lankan expatriate workers in overseas. The event in this connection was held under the leadership of Minister Harin Fernando today. The package has been jointly introduced by the Sri Lanka Foreign Employment Bureau and Mobitel. The ceremony was conducted at the Sri Lanka Foreign Employment Bureau. The package is regarded as a fulfillment of a long-felt need of the migrant Sri Lankan employees. They are entitled to communication facilities under special rates. A 24-hour information centre was also declared open in the premises of the Sri Lanka Foreign Employment Bureau.
President of the International Transport Workers Federation, Paddy Crumlin, says that the attention of the entire world has been focused on the auspicious activities taking place in Sri Lanka. He has expressed these views at a special interview with national television in Colombo today.
The eyes of the world are on Sri Lanka for the right reasons, not the wrong reasons. And we wanted to stand in solidarity and respect to the wonderful things that are happening here and not have war and terrorism impede the quality of all of our lives. We're standing with the Sri Lankan people for peace and for a future for all of us. We know that Sri Lankan transport workers are amongst the best in the world. Sri Lanka is a very important part of the world economy, very important part of the regional economy, and we wanted to honour and respect and be part of the important labour tradition, the seafaring tradition and the dock workers, because you're leaders in Sri Lanka. And also, we weren't going to be put off by the terrorist attacks. Sri Lanka is one of the great leaders in this area, an island nation and a maritime nation, and we wanted to be part of that leadership and share in the diversity.
Paddy Crumlin has arrived in the island to participate in the International Maritime Roundtable Conference conducted by the ITF organization. Nearly 150 delegates are attending the summit commenced today in Colombo under the patronage of Speaker Karu Jayasuriya. The ITF is an alliance of prominent worldwide trade unions with a membership of 18 million professionals representing the field of ports, shipping, railways, aviation and highways. 677 trade unions representing 147 countries are affiliated to the International Transport Workers Federation. President of the ITF further said that they have decided to hold a conference in Sri Lanka taking into consideration of normalization of activities after the Easter attack and the country's geographical importance. The Colombo summit is scheduled to discuss on salaries, social conditions and welfare of employees engaged in the relevant fields.
And to bring you the trading details now, the all-share price index closed at 5,828.14 points, increased by 2.60 points. In the S&P SL20 index closed at 2,807.96 points, also dropped by 7.09 points at the Colombo Stock Exchange today. Turnover was over 747 million rupees. A quick check on the weather before we go. The Met Department says that prevailing showery condition over the island is expected to continue during the next few days. Showers or thundershowers will occur at times in the western Sabaragamuwa, southern, central, northern and northwestern provinces, and heavy falls about 100 to 150 millimeters are likely at some places in these areas. Showers or thundershowers will occur elsewhere over the island after 2 p.m. and fairly heavy falls about 75 millimeters are likely at some places.
So it's going to be a rainy tomorrow, and this is the cue for us to end the news. Do enjoy the rest of the program. Take care and good night.